February 2025 is over, and I'll repeat myself. There was never a month in my life where I worked that much. It's even more ridiculous than last month, because this month I worked 298 hours and 19 minutes, which is in total 10 hours and 39 minutes every day, including weekends. That's a lot. Today I want to go a bit like through my calendar and show my time tracking up a bit, like, okay, how does those like 300, roughly 300 hours, if it was 40 minutes more, came together, and like how I managed to work 10 hours and 40 minutes a day. What I spent my time on, it's 100 hours this month I spent on a book, the book Molecular Biology of the Cell by Bruce Alberts, and to study biology. 100 hours I spent on AI and computer science courses from Harvard, CS50, if you know them, very, very good courses. So mainly their AI course and their computer science course. And yeah, but before I show all my time tracking and stuff, let me introduce myself. Hey, my name is Elias, and my goal is to make aging and death completely optional. How do I plan to achieve this? In short, first, I want to build a world-class understanding of artificial intelligence, machine learning, AI, ML, and biology. And then I want to find a team of extraordinary people that are as motivated and as ambitious as I am to work together, because I believe that to truly achieve greatness, you have to be surrounded by great people. And this year, 2025, I want to fully dedicate to step number one, so world-class understanding of AI, ML, and biology. And every month I upload a short video like this, where I just share my progress and share my journey. So let's go into a bit how my days, how my month look like. Let's go. So this is my time tracking app. Oh, maybe if you're listening to this on Spotify or something, you can either watch the video, or I will also explain like what you see here, so you don't have to have the video, but if you have the video, I think that's a bit better. So this is my time tracking app. It's Session. It's a very fucking cool app. Like it's an amazing app. So as you see, I'm tracking right now that I'm recording my diary, and like it's already been like an hour, because setting up everything took longer than I thought. But yeah, so this is my February, and you can see like the total hours, 298 hours and 19 minutes, and average focus per day, 10 hours and 39 minutes. And here you can see exactly what the categories are that kind of made this come together. So right now it says I have like 14 hours work average per day, but that's not true, because of course there are the breaks in there, and I like breaks I don't count as work. So yeah, you can see I spent 100 hours and 19 minutes on the book Molecular Biology of the Cell, 48 hours, 49 hours on CS50 AI, and another 30 hours on CS50X, which is their computer science course. Then like some machine learning, some stuff for my university, like I study artificial intelligence, build my website, and like some other stuff. 9 minutes on on my inbox. That means not 9 minutes, 9 hours. That means like reading messages and replying to emails and stuff. I think that's good actually. Like 9 minutes, 19 minutes, and 9 hours and 19 minutes is not so bad. I read Nintel's website this month, which like it's somebody that, yeah, he has like kind of a blog about longevity. I'm not really sure. I don't like, it was just recommended to me, so I read like his introductory page, which actually was quite good. Yeah, but my main thing, this well, wait, before I go to the main thing, I can maybe show my calendar. Here we go. So like, yeah, this is how like a typical week for me looks like. It's like yeah, quite packed. I always start working in the morning at 8 something, as you can see here, 8:10, 8:30, 8:30, 8 maybe 50, 8:10 today also, and then I work till like around for 5, then I have a little break for dinner, and then I keep working till midnight, and I stop working kind of around 11:45, maybe do some stretching, and then I go to sleep. Then I have exactly 8 hours to sleep, and in the morning I go back to work. And I don't use an alarm because I'm like, yeah, if my body wants to sleep 9 hours, I'm super happy with that. Apparently my body mostly doesn't want to sleep 9 hours. Like, I'm kind of at 7.5 most of the time, and that's okay. I would like to sleep more because I think it's really healthy, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. A bit more, like, I let me share maybe some observations of my week. No, before that, oops, I wanted to share Molecular Biology of the Cell, the book that I'm reading. So I was thinking about, okay, how is the best way for me to achieve mastery in biology? What do I need for that? And to achieve mastery of biology, I think it is, like, I have to build really, really strong fundamental understanding, a really strong fundamental understanding of biology. And how do I build this strong fundamental understanding? I was looking around, I was looking at courses. So there's like really famous MIT course, which is, which people were like, yeah, you have to do this. Like, this is like, you learn all the basics of biology there. And I started looking at the first lecture, and I found out it's like from 2012. And don't get me wrong, people are like, yeah, biology doesn't move that fast, it's fine. And yeah, maybe that's true, but in the first lecture, he's like, wow, so there's this thing so he was kind of talking about CRISPR, but CRISPR wasn't really a thing yet. And so I was like, yeah, I want to be at the cutting edge. I want to have a world-class understanding. If I do this course, then I have to catch up with the last 10 years afterwards anyway. So I can also just do something that is more recent. And I was looking around, but I didn't find a really good course that is recent. So then I started looking at other things in courses, and I found this book, Molecular Biology of the Cell by Bruce Alberts. And this is like a very well-respected basic biology book about molecular biology. And I was asking a couple of people that I knew from ARDD, like an aging conference, like some scientists. I actually asked Aubrey de Grey, and I asked Mark Malayan. I had a call with him. I asked like a couple of other people, like, what they think, if that is a good approach. And like most of them were like, yeah, or like, yeah, like the people, yeah, most of them were strongly in favor of this book. And so I decided that I want to read this book from cover to cover, and not only read it, but like really, like, I'm slow. I'm super slow. I'm done with chapter 4 now. As I said, I spent 100 hours, and it's like 150 pages. So it's like I'm slower than 2 pages an hour. But that's okay, because I want to allow myself to be slow. Like, if there's something that I don't understand, I'm going like into crazy long rabbit holes for like hours before I start reading again. And yeah, I really try to understand every little thing in this book, and not have, just, I want to build a really strong understanding. So yeah, that's why I decided to do that. And yeah, I don't know, I can maybe show, like, here it is, the book. Wait, I have to make myself a bit smaller. And yeah, I'm currently on page not 260. Ooh, that would be crazy. What? Oh, I'm on page 260. Yes, I'm on page 260. I actually got some work done, which is better than I thought. Yeah, I have a bunch of notes on that, and also I publish I always do the question sets at the end of the chapters, and I publish those to like kind of keep myself accountable and share my progress. You can check that out on my website. Yeah, I also worked a lot on my website this month. So I can show my website here. Oh yeah, that's a bit annoying. Yeah, so yeah, here you can kind of see I have my diary, I have some other stuff. You can check it out if you want. But what else did I wanted to share? Yeah, my observations for this month is like the thing that stood out the most kind of is that I started dreaming of either coding or biology or chemistry. I also did a lot of chemistry, like biochemistry this like in the beginning of this month to get like a very solid fundamental understanding, and there were literally nights where I was like dreaming of chemical formulas, and I was like trying to calculate like free energy of stuff and the whole night, or like the worst thing is, or the worst thing, I don't know, if I'm coding till late at night, if I'm coding till 11:50, which I try to not do, then I'm sometimes like the whole night my head is like trying to solve the problem that I didn't finish solving, and my head is coding. So yeah, I'm dreaming about all of that a lot. Yeah, after I learned about cellular respiration, there was a whole night where I was just dreaming of how sugar iteratively gets oxidized. And I was like, yeah, it's like I knew about cellular respiration before, but like when I learned about the chemical processes, like the whole night I was just like dreaming, okay, so then you have like this, and then you take this part off and you get some ATP, and then you take this part off, and then you have like the pyruvate, and then it goes into a circle, and yeah, all of that. How do I feel right now? So I worked a lot this month, and it's not always easy. Sometimes it's really, really hard. But in total, like if I look back on this month, I'm super proud of what I did. And even if I'm pushing myself like extremely hard right now, like 10.5 hours every day is a lot. I think that's like I want to do that right now. Like I'm testing out where my boundaries are. Like what is the point where I can't push myself further? Like what is the point where I'm like, yeah, this is too much. And till now I didn't find it. Till now I'm still quite happy. And yeah, I figure out that personal relationships help a lot. And yeah, if I wouldn't have like I'm working a lot. I'm working nearly all my day, except like the time where I work out and my dinner. But my dinner I always have with friends, and like this is kind of what keeps me having my shit together and keeps me sustaining this work output. Because yeah, by every month having time with like every day having like 2 hours that I eat together with friends is like yeah, really good. By the way, I eat once a day. That's why my calendar looks like this, that I only have one break in the middle. Yeah. Maybe some things I wanted to share that I was quite fascinated by this month is like, okay, first of all, yeah, no, I think the most crazy thing is like that molecules. So you have like this enzymes, which are crazy, and one enzyme, so 1 mole of I think I should have written this down. So 1 mole of catalase, which is an enzyme, catalyzes 1 molecule of catalase, which is very like in 1 microgram of catalase there are 2.5 to the power 15 molecules, which is a lot. So that's like 2.5 and then 14 zeros. So that's how many molecules are in a microgram. And one of those molecules catalyzes 40 million reactions per second. And I was like, I didn't know that, like I knew that biology is fast, but like the sheer numbers, the sheer speed of all of that, like this is really, really, really crazy to me. And yeah, like the speed of which things happen in our body, which I knew, but I thought like I could kind of fathom how fast electrical processes are in the body, but I had no idea that like chemical processes can be that fast as well. Yeah, another thing that I find fascinating was that the only reason that we don't burst into flames right now is that we're kind of stuck in the local minimum. Like our body, all our molecules are stuck in a local minimum that prevents them from going into the most energy, like the most favorable position. Because like yeah, it's like I, it's funny because I'm learning machine learning and stuff at the same time. So it's like the parallels that molecules have like different like places that they can be at, and they're stable itself, but they can be lower energy, so they can be deeper minima, but they can be stuck in a local minima, and that's all reason for why we can exist. Yeah, I think there were some other fascinating things that I learned and I wrote down. For example, chloroplasts produce ATP. ATP is made, and they don't. I thought like, oh yeah, chloroplasts make ATP, so they give it to the cell and they have ATP. But no, that's not what happens. Chloroplasts make ATP. ATP is used to make sugar, and sugar is exported to mitochondria, and then the mitochondria use that sugar to make ATP in the same cell and also in other cells, which makes sense because, yeah, first of all, if they would only make ATP if the sun is shining, that means they don't have ATP in the night, which would be bad and everything. But for me, it was like, I didn't knew that. That is like they kind of make sugar, give it to another thing. Like they use ATP to make sugar, give it to the next cell, to the next cell organelle, and this organelle breaks it down and makes ATP out of it again. Yeah. And yeah, I think that was my month, February 2022. I'm not sure if I can manage to get this amount of work output again because, yeah, this was a crazy month. I hope, maybe I can. I'm working hard on it. This month my average is at the same point right now. I'm at 10 hours 39 or 38 per week. I'll see how much I can push. I'll see how much I can learn. Yeah, you can check out my website. I shared some of my previous stuff there. I shared videos to the projects I did before I came here. So if you click here to the stuff section, you can see like, for example, I did 100 hours meditation. I went to a Vipassana retreat. I can't click it because, I went to a Vipassana meditation retreat. You can watch this, or like you can watch my video about how I cycled 5,000 kilometers if you care about that. If you don't, that's also fine. I'm happy that you are watching this. And yeah, if you want, reach out. I want to connect with great people. I want to achieve great things. Okay. Bye-bye.